you decide they don't need you. Only you decide they're not prioritizing you. Only you decide their life is more interesting than their life with you. Only you decide they don't want you. Only you decide they're not fully choosing you. Only you decide they don't want to move forward. Only you have the thinking because you are the only fucking thinker in your reality. I don't know how many different ways I can say you are the only thinker before you guys get this. I will say it 10,000 different ways. Let me see if you can hear this. You are the only thinker. You are creating your reality. You are the one deciding what's true. You decide what's true and what's not true. Only you decide. They have no free will in your reality. They are simply your mirror reflection. Everyone is in their own singular reality and they are in yours, and they can only be how you think they'll be. They can only reflect the person you think you are. They can only be the person you think they are going to be. They can only do what you think they're going to do. They can only say what you think they're going to say. They are literally a puppet, and you are the puppeteer, puppeteering the way they show up. But at the moment, you think they're puppeting you. I don't matter. You don't love me. You're happy without me. They're doing this to you, apparently, according to you, in your reality, of which you are the only singular thinker and the only singular creator. All right, guys, let's do the Loz lessons suggested in the Subconscious Loz Squad. And someone also mentioned something here just now which ties in with this about being chosen. Let me read this. How do you handle the assumption that you are not really important to your specific person when they seem to have a happy life without you, or that you have to be something outstanding to be of interest to them? Now, someone wrote, how do I get them to choose me and move forward as well? So this all ties in with being chosen, them treating you as important, you not having to do anything to make that happen. In this lesson, I'll discuss this. So some of you may have seen my recent video that went gangbusters on my YouTube called They Are Your Puppet. That was the thumbnail. I am teaching you that you need to have the understanding that they, your specific person, are under your control. Now, what in this assumption here that this person has tells me that they don't understand that. I'm not really important to my specific person. Well, that's her assumption. That they have a happy life without me. Well, that's her assumption. That I have to be something to be of interest to them. So all of her assumptions in here are based in the idea that she isn't enough to be of importance to them, to matter to them. And therefore she needs to be something, do something for them to treat her as more interesting than their life, their friends, their family, their job, whatever's going on. Now, I have I have a course called Be Their Priority. I'll put it here when it goes on YouTube. And it was extremely popular when it was in the squad and when we had a sale of that course, because everyone wanted to get their hands on it, because so many of you don't feel a priority to your person. And that's about you. So if you go back and do that course, if you go and watch my video called You Are Their Puppet, They Are Your Puppet, not You Are Their Puppet, They Are Your Puppet, you'll understand you aren't their puppet. You aren't the person that needs to matter to them. You need to decide you matter to them. You need to decide that they prioritize you. You need to see yourself as the person who they would prioritize. So this person doesn't see herself as the person they would prioritize. She doesn't see herself as mattering to them. She doesn't see herself as the chosen person. Now, somebody else wrote in here, how do you get them to choose you and move forward? Well, they're not going to move forward or choose you if you don't feel like you're going to be chosen, darling. Can we talk about getting him to fully choose me and want to move forward? Well, in that statement, in that question, you've got an assumption that they don't fully choose you and they don't want to move forward with you. Guys, you've got to understand what you're assuming within the question you're asking me. And the answer to what ails you, to what's going on, to what the problem is in your fucking question. So in this girl's question, she's got an assumption she's not important. In this girl's question, she's got an assumption she's not chosen. And in both those questions, they assume their specific person won't move forward or choose them or have a full-blown relationship with them because of the thing they think they're doing. So, darling, the person here who said, how do I get them to fully choose me? Unless you think they're fully choosing you, they won't. You've got an assumption they won't. So what do you think about you that's causing him not to fully choose you? What do you think about you that's causing him to not move forward? What is this person assuming about themselves that's causing their person to not treat them as the priority and treat them like they're the most interesting thing in their life? It's something you guys are thinking about yourself. Now, some of you will turn around and say, I don't think anything about myself. They told me they're in a man cave. They told me they've got other priorities. They told me their family's more important. They told me their kids are more important. They told me they're really financially struggling right now. It's not me. Nothing to do with me. Yeah, but why did you choose that person? Why did you stay with that person? That's about you. How they are when you show up, who they are when you show up, and how they continue to be is a reflection directly of what you think of yourself. You've got to understand, you will have a pattern in relationships where a whole lot of guys haven't prioritized you. It might be in different ways, but it will be the same fucking story with a different guy. And those of you who don't get that need to go and do my Worthy as Fuck for Love course and be assessed about your love mode. I'll put that here on YouTube, because Worthy as Fuck for Love literally analyzes for you in a 3-pronged assessment what you don't even realize you think about yourself, what you think about them, and what you think about relationships. It analyzes those 3 things in a blind assessment. And you'll shock the shit out of yourself when you get to the end and you think, shit, I do think this about relationships. My God, I do think this about him. My God, I do think this about myself. Far out. No wonder it keeps happening. Now, some of you will say, I don't have a pattern. I bet you any money if I had coaching with you, I would find the fucking pattern, because the pattern's you. The common denominator is always you. So ask yourself, person who asked me this question, and ask yourself, person who isn't being fully chosen, what do you think about yourself, them, and relationships that's causing you not to be fully chosen, that's causing you not to be treated like you matter, that's causing you to feel like you have to be of interest to them to be more interesting than the life they currently have going on? This person's assumption is they're not even part of it, when they seem to be having a happy life without you. Do you guys realize that you're the God of your reality, and you literally are putting yourselves down in your estimation so much that you think they're happy without you? You've got to have the assumption they're fucking miserable without you. How low must you think of yourself to think, oh, they don't need me, they're happy without me, I'm a nothing to them, I don't matter to them. That's a whole lot of I don't matter thinking. Only you decide they're happy without you. Only you decide they don't need you. Only you decide they're not prioritizing you. Only you decide their life is more interesting than their life with you. Only you decide they don't want you. Only you decide they're not fully choosing you. Only you decide they don't want to move forward. Only you have the thinking, because you are the only fucking thinker in your reality. I don't know how many different ways I can say you are the only thinker before you guys get this. I will say it 10,000 different ways. Let me see if you can hear this. You are the only thinker. You are creating your reality. You are the one deciding what's true. You decide what's true and what's not true. Only you decide. They have no free will in your reality. They are simply your mirror reflection. Everyone is in their own singular reality, and they are in yours, and they can only be how you think they'll be. They can only reflect the person you think you are. They can only be the person you think they are going to be. They can only do what you think they're going to do. They can only say what you think they're going to say. They are literally a puppet, and you are the puppeteer, puppeteering the way they show up. But at the moment, you think they're puppeting you. I don't matter. You don't love me. You're happy without me. They're doing this to you, apparently, according to you, in your reality, of which you are the only singular thinker and the only singular creator. Oh, so I'm God of my reality, so everything I think they think I'm thinking, and I'm putting in their mind, because I am the only thinker in this reality, and they can only be how I think they're going to be. I literally have 4,000 something videos on YouTube that all say the same thing in a certain way. You are the only cause, you create your reality, you are the only thinker, they have no free will. How many different fucking times can a person say something? Who's not understanding what I mean by that? Like, who's having trouble with accepting what I just said? And be honest, why are you having trouble with it? Like, what about that creeps you out? Is it because you still think the 3D isn't a reflection of you? Is it because you don't feel that powerful? Is it because you can't possibly accept that they are showing up based on your subconscious thinking that you don't realize you're thinking, and you wouldn't possibly hurt yourself in the way you've hurt yourself, and you realize, oh my God, I've done it all to myself, and you can't possibly accept that fact? And the person you need to forgive is yourself because you did it to you. So if they left you, cheated on you, hurt you, abused you, it was all you. Oh my God, I'm the one who has to take full and complete responsibility for my reality because I'm creating it. Yes. How did you get into the law and stuff? Guys, I got into this because I'd completely and utterly fucked up my life and was so depressed, I was probably ready to go and jump off the Gap. I don't know if you know what the Gap is, but it's like the place where everyone jumps off in Sydney. I got to that low point. So when I got to that low point, there was nowhere else but up. So I had to uncover, how in the living shit did I get myself down here in this hole? And I remember describing it that way to my best friend. I'm down in a hole and you guys are all up there at the top of this big, huge hole and you're throwing a rope down, but I can't quite reach it. And you're saying, Loz, just grab it. And I can't reach the rope. You are your own rope, guys. Only you can pull yourself up from your bootstraps, pull yourself out of that hole by thinking differently about you. I had to start thinking completely differently about me. So I looked for every answer possible. If you went upstairs to my office, you would see I have every book under the sun for self-help from like the 60s and 50s and 70s, everything. Think Big or whatever, Think and Grow Rich, all the Neville books, anything by U.S. Anderson. I've listened to every audio tape by every fucking Jim Rowan, everyone, everything, every tape, I remember once spending 2 days watching the 8-hour You Are Born Rich Bob Proctor thing. I have literally spent, probably like Mr. Beast says, when people say to master something you need 10,000 hours of learning, he said you need 100,000 hours of learning. I have probably done 100,000 hours of learning about this to understand this, because I am a type A personality who needs to know what they're talking about before they open their fat mouth. I don't like answering a question unless I know I'm 100% correct about the answer. I literally won't talk on it unless I know I'm right. I don't like to be wrong. So literally, whenever anyone comes on and parrots back what I've said, I'm thinking, have you done the 100,000 hours of learning that I have? I bet you haven't. I bet you're a parroter. I bet you're a regurgitator. I'm the bird that went and got the prey and chewed the food. I spat it out. I put it in your mouth, little baby bird, and you swallowed it. That's what you guys are. I am literally the bird that went around. I was the Maya bird, and I went and collected all the little bits of learning from all the nests and all the trees and all the bits of feathers and I built the whole nest for you guys, and then I got the food, and then I put it in your mouths, and I'm just giving you the morsel, the collection of the shit I've learnt, the best shit. And I've chewed it all up for you, nice and soft and palatable and... But I need you guys to swallow it. Some of you can't fucking swallow this. You're holding it in your mouth. But Mama Bird, I don't know if I'm going to like this food. They have no free will. I am creating my reality food. Well, if you don't swallow it, you won't fucking learn. If you don't swallow, you won't be nourished and your life won't change and you'll probably die of fucking malnutrition. Right? Have you accepted this yet? Honestly tell me, guys, while we're here on the live, who really hasn't accepted it? Like, who's having trouble? And I'm not going to yell at you. I promise not to yell. I just want to understand why you're having trouble with this. Like, what is it about this truth, this universal truth that you don't want to accept or can't accept? Like, what is it about it that you find so hard? Is it because you think they're making their own decisions? Is it because you can't understand your power? Is it because you don't see how scientifically this could possibly work? Like, what is it? I'm having trouble accepting it's true after years. So why? Why are you having the trouble accepting it? Have you tested yourself to see that it's true? Have you tried putting words in people's mouths? Have you tried manifesting a particular thing to prove to yourself that it's true? Have you tested yourself to see, as they say in the Bible? Have you done that? I'm working on it. Hard to believe that he isn't making his own decisions. Okay. I'm having trouble. I keep getting thrown by the 3D. Okay, this is going to be the ultimate lesson you guys all need to understand this. Let's go right back to basics, okay? If you are getting thrown by the 3D, you have to accept and understand that you created that 3D. If you don't accept that, you will think they're making their own decisions and be thrown by whatever's happening. So those of you who are thrown by the 3D circumstances, keep talking about your circumstances and keep thinking that people in your reality are making their own decisions, haven't really gone back to basics and understood the one fundamental, that this out here is a reflection of in here. As within, so without. That means those of you who are thrown by it, think they're making their own decisions, haven't got that yet, haven't accepted that yet. Why? Why can't you, and why haven't you accepted that? Like, what is it about that you're finding so hard to believe? What is it about that you can't swallow? Tell me. What is it about it that you're finding so hard? I've told you it's true. Why won't you believe me? Why won't you believe the thousands of people in my Subconscious Laws squad and Facebook group who've got their SPs by listening to me? Why can't you listen when people say, I listened to Loz and I got them back? Listen to her. The amount of people who write the words listen to Loz or listen to her in the success stories is like every second or third success story. But some of you have trouble listening. What is it about what I'm saying you're finding so hard to accept? Tell me. Because after affirming and imagining things don't change, because you're not actually changing internally. You are trying to change the external. 99% of you are trying to change out here and you're not changing you. I bet you any money, person who just wrote that, Doro Tact FX5, the affirmations you're doing are about someone else. The imaginal scenes you're having involve someone else, don't they? Be honest. They're not 100% self-concept based affirmations based on the hidden self-concept thinking you've been having since childhood that I uncovered for you or you uncovered for yourself. They aren't, are they? Because if they were, things would have changed. Shit would have fucking changed by now for you. I don't buy it. Oh, I've done the work. I did the affirmations. It hasn't worked. Have you done what I say? Have you gone and done my self-concept course on my Worthy as Fuck for Love, done the blind assessments, uncovered what your self-concept issues actually are that you don't realise, affirmed against those, thought the opposite of those, become the new being that isn't any of those thoughts? No? Well, yes and no. Imaginal scenes are about my person, affirmations about me. And what are the affirmations about you? What's your self-concept? I bet you it isn't what I've uncovered for you. Is it something like, I'm a queen, I'm chosen, I'm loved, but you don't actually know what it is you actually think? I bet you haven't done either of those courses, have you? Because if you had, you would know what it is that you need to be saying. I don't buy it. I call bullshit. I'm sorry. What should they be? They should be the opposite of what you're currently subconsciously fearing. Do you know what you're currently subconsciously fearing in your mind? Most of you fucking don't. That's why I created, when I did that Wizard Liz video and people were like, people's minds were blown that she created her own reality and didn't understand how, even though she's apparently this coach with millions of followers who thinks she's so fucking smart. I did a course called You Manifest Your Fears because that bitch manifested her fears and doesn't understand it. And people still listen to her. I think I'm saying these things but not believing them. I did your kick-ass course though. So in that Kick-Ass You course, I don't once say you have to believe them. I don't once say you have to believe it, darling. That's where you're going wrong. I'm not telling you to believe this. You won't believe it. I bet you any money when you did a Kick-Ass You, you didn't really delve into your childhood shit. I wonder if you glazed over those sections. I have a staff member at the moment who did my course. It is obvious to me that she did not do the course. She just read it and watched the videos. I'm going to ask her this week, did you actually do the workbooks? And she'll probably go, oh no, I just watched the videos and I'll be like, that's not doing the course. Did you apply what you learned in the course afterwards? No, I just did it because you told me to. When you guys do my courses, don't waste your fucking money. I mean, that girl didn't even pay. Don't waste your fucking money and not apply what you've learned. Are you applying it every single day? Did you really be truthful in the workbooks about your childhood and really delve? Were you really honest with yourself in the assessment? Did you base it on what you really think of you, not what you would like to think of you? Some of you go and do my assessments and answer it the way you think I want you to answer it, not from the truth of you. And I'm very clear, you have to do it from the truth of you, otherwise you won't get a straight answer. When I do the workbooks, I take such great care in them because they make a difference. Exactly, Jazz. Look, guys, I will give you all the answers in these free videos, but my courses are about the implementation. You have to apply what I'm saying. And I know most of you, I hate to say this, most of you fucking won't. What was I watching the other day? And the guy was like, most of you won't apply this. There's no point in me even talking. Oh, I know what it was. There's this great guy on TikTok who Sasha got me onto called Jalen, and he's a TikTok growth coach. And I just watch his live sometimes when he's live because he's so funny. And he tells you all the things you should do to grow on your TikTok, and he bangs a wooden spoon against the board and he just goes, most of you aren't applying this. Most of you won't do what I'm saying. And then he'll get one person going, oh my God, I grew in my account by 10,000 people this week. He'll be like, that person applied what I was saying. Did you? Most of you don't. Most of you will do my courses and won't actually apply the teachings day in and day out after you've learned what you learnt. Or you won't be honest in what you've said in the assessments. Or you won't really delve into your childhood when I've asked you to. It was hard facing the truth, but I'm now so glad I did because my life is so amazing now. Wonderful, Kendra. What Loz says is simple. Most of you all are making this hard. Exactly, darling. Guys, this is so fucking simple. They are reflecting you. What are you reflecting out? What about you do you need to change that's causing the reflection in the 3D reality from your specific person that you don't fucking want? Because they can't do anything but reflect you. Have you tested yourself to see that this is true? If you don't believe me, try it. Get them to say something. Get someone to wear something. Get something for free. Something small. Like, I'm going to see polka dots this week on someone in my workplace. Someone's going to wear polka dots. Someone's going to give me a free coffee. My specific person's going to say glowing. Right? And then when they do, don't be like, oh, that's a coincidence. Be like, fuck, I did that. And then understand, well, shit, if I'm doing that just with small things, I must be doing it all the time, subconsciously without realizing it. So if they can reflect that one conscious thing, they must be reflecting all the unconscious things I'm doing, all the unconscious things I'm thinking, the state I've been in all this time, the state of unchosen, the state of not wanted, the state of I am not as important to you as your family, your work, your job, your friends. The I need to do something to be more important to you. The I need to be something better to be of interest to you. The you don't want this. You don't want this relationship. You don't want to fully commit to me. You aren't fully choosing me. You're choosing other girls instead of me, other guys instead of me. Keep testing it, guys. Know your worth. Exactly, Caleb. I finally stopped bullshitting myself and taking what I've learned and practicing it. Guys, it's the practice that matters. I used to date an Olympian back in the day, and I asked him, like, what do you do all day? Like, training. And I assumed he was out doing kayaking, because he was a canoeist. Sorry, canoe. There's a big difference. He was a canoeist. A slalom canoeist, right? And he goes in the white water and goes around all the markers, and it's really full-on tough sport. And he was built like a brick shit house like this. And he was like 6'7". He was gorgeous. Anyway, he's married now with kids to a girl called Lauren, actually. Anyway, and I asked him, what do you do all day? And I assumed he was out there slalom canoeing. 90% of the time he's in the gym. 90% of the time he just said, it's what I'm eating and what I'm doing in the gym. And I was like, oh. So the glorified thing I thought he was doing wasn't actually what he was doing. You guys aren't doing the 90% of being in the gym and eating right. The slalom part, the competing part, that's the payoff in the 3D. That's the fun bit. That's the date you go on. That's the competition that you go into. But are you doing the 90% of the work at the gym the rest of the time? The new thinking, the new assumptions, the catching crappy thoughts you have during the day, the arguments you have in your mind, the inner conversations you're having with yourself that are going back to your old thinking, the arguments you have with other people in your mind, the stories you hold about what you've seen, heard, experienced. Are you doing the 90% of the work? Most of you aren't applying this at all. And if you are, you're not doing it 90% of the time. Be honest. Some of you are fucking bullshit artists. Like, I'm a very disciplined person, and I find it shocking how undisciplined most people are. I'm not a instant gratification person either. I can be as patient as hell. I can wait years for things. Some of you literally give up after a week, and you wonder why it hasn't happened for you. And you've been thinking 25 years of shit, and after a week of thinking different, you give up. I am not you. Be more like me. Now, having said that, those of you who are into the instant gratification are going to completely freak out that I just said that then, thinking I'm saying it's going to take ages. Aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Be honest. That's what you just thought. Oh, is I saying it's going to take ages? No, it takes as long as it takes for you to convince yourself that it's true. It takes as long as it takes for you to change. Have you changed? Fully and completely? Have you done 90% in the gym? 90% of the time? You haven't, have you? You're expecting the race. You're expecting to be, in the whitewater on the slalom canoe right now. You haven't done the 3 years in the gym. You know how long Olympians have to train for that one day in the slalom event in their canoe? 4 fucking years, guys. And you guys can't last a week. I remember watching him in the Sydney Olympics, and he touched something. And I was on the big screen, and he touched this thing, and he went, fuck. And he beat the water. That was 4 years down the drain. 4 years of hard work in the gym down the drain. Some of you can't even do 4 fucking minutes of this without freaking out. Where is he? I've done 4 minutes of affirmations. My 3D hasn't changed. Oh my God. The fuck? People like that would laugh at you. Oh. Okay. Some of you are expecting miracles overnight and not putting in the hard yards. You don't realise that until you change, it won't change. Now, I repeat, not saying it takes ages to change. You can literally change like this. You can literally get them to reflect what you're thinking like this. But you have to accept your God. You have to accept they're your puppet. You have to accept you're doing everything. Have you done that yet? I can get people to turn on a dime within an hour, but can you? Ask yourself, have you fully and completely accepted this yet? It's been 3 years. I know I haven't been right. Stuff now focusing on me and some of 3D is changing. You haven't been doing the right shit for 3 fucking years and stuff. What fucking stuff have you been doing, darling? What a waste of 3 years of your life. What have you been doing for 3 fucking years and stuff? Some of you come in here and you're like, oh, I've been doing this. Doing what? Doing what for 3 years? Oh, affirming. What have you been affirming? Then I find out and then I'm like, but while you're affirming, you're thinking they've got their own free will, so it won't work. Oh, so I can't affirm and then think they've got their own free will. Oh, no. No. So I can't be affirming to try and change a 3D and not realise I caused that 3D. Yeah. Focusing on affirmations and sleep tapes. Oh, well, guess what? You're doing things like it is magic and stuff. I bet you go onto my thought transmission channel and you do it all via osmosis all day. Oh, I'm listening to the tapes, it's soaking in, I'm doing the subliminals and sleep tapes, but you're not actually doing anything actively during the day to catch your thoughts when they fuck up. You're having arguments in your mind, you've got inner conversations going on, you're wondering why it hasn't worked, you're looking at the 3D, you're triggered by the 3D, you're wondering where is it, you're not doing anything. Oh, only at night. Oh, only at night and stuff. So what are you doing during the day and stuff? Fuck me. There's 24 hours in a day. You're taking 7 hours of it or 8 hours of it to listen to a sleep tape and you expect the majority of the rest of your life to change your life, do you? When you're thinking absolute fucking bullshit for like 18 hours. I trained for the Olympics, but I only did it at night for an hour for 4 years. The rest of us trained for 10 hours a day, every day for 4 years. Oh, so my hour that I did at night, nightly, didn't really do much. Actually, I wasn't actually training. I was listening to a training tape while I slept of someone else training. Guys! What the fuck? Like, I've just been doing it via osmosis every night for the last 3 years and hoping for the best. Do you know what osmosis means, darling, and stuff? That person? Osmosis means you're expecting it to sink in. Like going through the parameter of your skull into your skull and just changing things via magic or something. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to sleep tapes. Go ahead. I'm not saying don't listen to my subliminals during the day. I do that. While I'm working, I have my subliminals from the Thought Transmission channel. It's over here. Go to my subliminal playlist. I listen to them all day at work rather than listening to music. Yes. But I also catch my thoughts. I also stop the arguments in my mind. I also know I'm creating my 3D. I also know I'm God. I also talk to myself the right way. I also don't allow the 3D to trigger me. I also imagine the right stuff. I also don't imagine bad things. I also catch myself when I have and imagine differently. Please don't come in here and say, I've been doing it for 3 years. This shit doesn't work. Darling, you don't work. You are broken in the head. Your whole system's broken. I'm not broken in the head, but your whole system that you're using is broken. The technique you're using is completely broken. Don't come in here and say, I did it for 3 years. You did it wrong for 3 fucking years. Literally, you could start doing what I say for the next week and miraculously things will change for you in a fucking week. And you've wasted 3 years of your fucking life on this shit. I am new to this. Can you give me the simplest how, please? The simplest what? Simplest what? Okay. This is the simplest thing I can say to you guys. You are God. That's it. But most of you won't have a fucking clue what I just meant by that. I'll say it in a different way. You are creating everything. What are you creating? Do you even know? You're creating it unconsciously, subconsciously. From the hidden thinking, you don't know you're thinking. What are you thinking? Some of you don't even want to accept that. You're like, oh, what? Oh, this is all caused by me. All this shit, all this stuff that hurt me, I caused. I don't want to accept that. I don't want to realise that I was my own hurter. I hurt myself. Well, I'm sorry. You're going to have to accept that if you want to learn how to do this. I just love you to pieces. I'm glad I caught this live. Oh, good time. Look, guys, go and watch this back on YouTube when it's on my YouTube. Do yourself a favour and go and do my Manifest Your Fears free course, okay? Do yourself a favour and go and listen to my thought transmission channel during the day and at night, but make sure you're changing your thinking as well as that. No point just listening to it and expecting magic. It used to scare me because I wasn't in control of my head and then I'd spiral over that. Guys, look, those of you who are scared about the fact that you've got thoughts running you have to take control of those thoughts. I don't know what else to tell you. It's like you want your mind to run you and you can't possibly think anything differently. I don't know what to say to you. Like, this is how it works. You have to take control of it. Otherwise, you're fucked. Oh, but my mind runs me all day. Okay, take control of it. Take control of the runaway train. Get on the horse and take the fucking reins. Oh, that seems hard. Yeah, sometimes this can be hard. Sorry, what do you want? You want a fucking free ride to the Olympics, do you? You want to turn up there after 4 years of no training and just compete? That's not how it works. Most of you don't want to hear me, guys, because I sound really hard. I sound like this is hard. It can be easy if you make it easy, but some of you, yes, I won't bullshit you, will find this hard. And I don't like hard things. I don't like hard work. Okay, well, don't know what to tell you. Listen to Loz, guys. Didn't I say that's what everyone says in their success story, every third success story? But some of you don't listen. Some of you really don't want to accept this. And those of you who are going to write a fucking comment on one of my YouTubes and say, stop assuming we're deaf. Stop assuming we don't listen. Well, have you got it yet, you silly bitch? Oh, no, I haven't got what I wanted yet, but I get really offended when you say I'm not getting it because you're not fucking getting it. If you got it, you wouldn't be here watching this, would you? Why are you watching videos about manifestation if you got this? You're doing it for pure entertainment purposes, are you? Or so you can get triggered and write a comment out of like the righteousness you feel in this comment section. Oh no, I haven't got whatever I wanted, but I just get really offended when you say that because I'm really trying to hear you. No, you're not hearing me. Because if you got offended by that, you didn't hear a fucking thing I said. I do have an assumption people don't listen. I do have an assumption people are fucking dumb. Like my dad and I hate to say it, but my mum always said about my dad, your dad thinks everyone's stupid. I must have adopted that fucking thought. Because I do have an assumption some of you are fucking thick as fucking a jarrah plank. Oh, you guys won't understand what that expression is if you're not Australian. What's an American expression saying you're thick as a milkshake? I do, because I've said it so many times and I'm like, how many different fucking ways can I say this? You must be hard of hearing. So prove me wrong. So my poor neighbours don't have to hear me keep shouting. A couple of fries short of a Happy Meal, yes. Girl, change your assumption to help us. Look, guys, I obviously have an assumption that I get more success than everyone else. I obviously have an assumption that you do get this. I obviously have an assumption that people are successful when they listen to me. But I've got to have the assumption you actually listen. Maybe I've only got an assumption that the people who truly hear me get success. Maybe I need to change that and say, everyone hears it. Everyone listens. Everyone applies. What about I start saying that now? Prove me right. Know your God. Come back to my next video and tell me how you succeeded. All right, guys, you can watch this back on my Subconscious Laws YouTube channel. There's plenty more videos over there, over 4,000 of them. There's my must-watch playlist of my latest, most must-watch videos, my fundamental must-watch videos, all about how you are God, etc. There's also the Awareness Trilogy. I'll put that here on YouTube. Go and watch that if you're stuck. Watch that first. Awareness Trilogy in order. You Are God, Brainwash Yourself, The Power of Being. Then watch the must-watch playlist. And if you really, really want my extra help, do my Manifest Your Fears course or my Everything You've Learned About Manifesting is Wrong to Really Understand Awareness, my free courses in my freebies section in my link tree or on my website. You don't have to buy my courses, guys, to get this. You just watch the free stuff, join my free group on Facebook, Subconscious Laws, do the freebies, and apply it. All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Make sure to subscribe and follow me. All right, guys, bye.